Victor Wembanyama will be better than everyone by this time next year. The Pelicans will make a deep playoff run, and the Los Angeles Lakers will make the Western Conference again. Today's video, we're going to go over your guys' hot takes. Let's waste no more time and get straight into this thing. Quick sidebar though, I am on the road to 3,000 subscribers, and today makes 30 days of uploading in a row, guys. We're so close to finishing our streak in March for March Madness. I love you guys. Thanks for the support. Hit that sub button if you're new. All right, let's get right into this with the first hot take from Cam Bob. 76ers will lose in the play-in and miss the playoffs. I very well could see this happening. I don't hate this hot take at all. The Atlanta Hawks, they've been pretty unhealthy this season, but they have some oddly good wins. And Philadelphia, the Hawks have kind of had Philly's number for some time now. Obviously, that was more during the Ben Simmons era. But I would like to think that the Hawks or even the Bulls maybe could steal a game from Philly, especially if Joel isn't playing. If JoJo's playing, they're still going to be a little rusty, so anything could happen. This is a good hot take. I actually do like this one. Next, if the Lakers get the Kings in the play-in, they're going to be eliminated. I think this is true. I don't think the Lakers could hang with the Kings. They're much better than they were last season. They have a lot more experience. I am not 110% sure if the Kings are going to remain in the play-in. I mean, for all we know, they could win. They could almost win out, and the Mavs could have a lot of trouble, and then they could take that seed right back. Because between the Mavs, the Suns, the Kings, and the Lakers, it's a 4-game difference from the 6 to the 9. So I'm not sure if they're going to, but I do like this hot take. Next, the Bucks will put it together and win the finals. Wow. I'm not entirely sure if I believe that they would win the NBA Finals. I do prefer most of the teams out west, comparatively speaking, excuse me, to the Bucks. But I do think that it's possible they can put it together and make a playoff run. I think for the Bucks, the ceiling is making the finals, and the floor, like where the worst it could be without us looking sideways, is the second round. If I'm a Bucks fan, realistically, I'm shooting to make the Eastern Conference Finals and making it hard on one of the Knicks or the Celtics. Or I guess just getting revenge on Miami if possible is like another big thing for them. Next, we got one from Stump, and he says the Rockets 10 seed play-in. They knock out the Lakers before losing to the Kings, then the Suns lose to the Kings, and they're a first-round exit. There's a lot to unpack here. Do the Rockets overtake the Warriors? With the way they're playing basketball, it's very possible. Will they beat the Lakers? That is also kind of an interesting take. But oddly, the Rockets have been known to beat LA. In their last 10 games, the Rockets are 6-4 against the Lakers. Now, this is obviously dating back to, last season and the season before that. But then, will they lose to the Kings? Yeah, I think they would. And then the Suns losing to the Kings in the first round. That would be very interesting, but it's definitely possible. I think, like I said, the Kings have a lot more experience than they did last season, and they took that Warriors team to 7 games. I think they're going to have a chip on their shoulder with how no one's talking to them. They were the 3 seed. Now they're battling in the play-in. I think it's going to be a very gritty series, but I do think the Kings could beat the Suns. Next, our hot take is the Clippers will get right and make the Western Conference Finals. I don't hate this take. I'm a big advocate for Kawhi in the postseason. I think the levels in which he performs are kind of out of this world when it comes to the postseason. So I don't hate this take. I think this one's really solid. Next, from the real Allen Iverson, the Lakers will make the Western Conference Finals again. I just can't agree with this one. I don't think so. They've made strides to be much, much better than last season, but it's funny that they made the postseason and the play-in last season. But they made it on the coattails of energy, and it feels like that this year's Lakers team is missing a little bit of energy. I don't like them personally against the Clippers. I don't like them against the Nuggets. They have a decent matchup against the Clippers, though. They have a decent matchup against the Wolves. They have a decent matchup against the Thunder. All the best teams, they do have decent matchups. I think the youth is going to shine in the postseason, whereas teams like the Clippers and the Lakers, they might get played off the court because they're just old. I mean, the Thunder and the Wolves and the Nuggets are all so much younger, comparatively speaking. Next, the Pelicans make a deep playoff run. If deep you mean past the second round, I agree. If Brandon Ingram or making the second round interesting, I definitely agree. I think Brandon Ingram, if he plays, this Pelicans team is insanely lethal. They match up really well against a team like the Clippers, it's very likely they might play them in the first round. They definitely could make it competitive and, steal a series in the second round in 7 games, and what next thing you know, they're fucking around there in the Western Conference Finals. I do like this take. Then finally, I asked for playoff hot takes. This one isn't a playoff one, but I thought I'd still talk about it. Victor Wembanyama will be better than everyone by this time next year. I don't think he's going to be the best player in the NBA this time next year, but I think he's going to be easily in the top 10, top 5 conversation. But thanks everyone who dropped your hot takes, guys. Sorry this video is pretty quick. It's been a long day at work. Just trying to keep the streak alive. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.